Let's talk New York Mets baseball. What in the world happened yesterday? The Mets were in Milwaukee and they got absolutely destroyed. 10-0, shut out, 10 zilch, 10 nada, however you want to put it. They got crushed. No other way to put it. Congratulations to the Milwaukee Brewers. I got to hand it to them. If it happens, it happens. Hey, I'm not going to sit here and lie. If it happens, it happens. Mets fan through and through, but I'll give the credit where it's due. So where do we start? Let's start on the mound. Let's start with Carlos Carrasco. Not a good showing on his debut this year. The difference between him and the ghost of Japan, Kodai Senga, is absolutely obvious. Carrasco had an ERA of 11.25, 4 strikeouts, 5 runs, 4 walks, and a home run. Durable pitcher. Never take that from him. He's a durable pitcher. If I'm not mistaken, I think he had 29 starts or something like that, somewhere around that number last year for the Mets. But the 36-year-old is just maybe he's slowing down. Maybe he's breaking down just a little bit because yesterday it looked like he just could not come through. He was visibly uncomfortable on the mound. He had some long innings, and it just seems like he could not get it going. I don't know what was going on through. He was only up there for 4 innings, and it was rough for him. His velocity was down roughly 2 miles per hour during the game. Both his fastball and his breaking balls lost a little bit of velocity. So he's definitely got a little bit of work to do. And if things don't turn around, I'm telling you, it wouldn't be surprising if he's no longer on the roster. I hate to say that, and I hate that for him, especially with everything that he's had going on personally in his life or whatnot. I know that's the last thing that he would want to hear, but you know what? It's unfortunately the sad truth. Like I said, I don't want to see that happen. I want to see him come back, turn things around. Love to have him on the team, love to have him on the lineup, and I'd love to see him do great. Why would I want to see any Met on a team do bad? I'd love to see all of them bat 1,000 and all of them pitch no hitters the entire game. But unfortunately, that's just not the truth. That's not what's going to happen. Tommy Hunter came in. He relieved Carrasco, and not much changed. He also had an 11.25 ERA, walked a couple of batters, and to top it off, Bryce Terang from Milwaukee hit his first home run of his MLB career that just so happened to be a freaking grand slam of all things. That's what brought the score to 10-0. And, I mean, it was just an absolute mauling yesterday. You cannot take anything away from the Brewers. They got their bats working. They got the job done. Nothing more that you can say. Of all the things, the best pitcher was probably the third baseman, Luis Guillorme, yesterday. He had an ERA of 0. He was in and out of the 8th inning in 12 pitches, if I'm not mistaken. Apparently, there's a rule on the books that says if you're down 10 or more going into the 7th or 8th inning, I don't remember which inning it is, but it's definitely 10 points, 10 runs. If you're down 10 runs, you can put in a position player. And Showalter decided to go ahead and exercise that option. I don't know why they wouldn't just put in, somebody down at the bottom of the pen in there. But hey, they went ahead and put Guillorme in there, and surprisingly, he pitched better than the pitchers. Hey, it is what it is. Guillorme was also responsible for 2 of the Mets' 3 total hits yesterday, the third coming from the DH, the designated hitter, Vogelbach. Just an absolute terrible game for the Blue Hat Bullies. To be honest, the Bullies and the Blue Hats got bullied. They got absolutely crushed. I'm not going to blame the pitching totally because offensively we have to get going as well. There's not much offense going on at all, especially from the guys who we expect it from. Lindor, Alonso, and McNeil combined, they went 0 for 9 with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. On the year, Lindor is batting .143, Alonso is at .167, and McNeil is at .190. These guys are the ones that we need to step it up offensively. So far, they've been fairly quiet, not much going on. Not what we expected out of the gate, but hopefully they can turn it around and start to get things going. Management also has to make some changes. I wouldn't be surprised to see Brett Baty back in the lineup. Escobar has 1 hit in 16 at-bats, and that's not going to cut it at this level, just in my opinion. In my opinion, someone on management should fix that. Like I said, it's just my opinion. I'd love to see Batty back in the lineup. I was really happy for him last year. He hit that home run off his first at-bat or whatnot. I was glad to see him. I'd love to see him move back up. So moving along, not really too much to say. All in all, it was a bad game. It was a bad show from the Mets. I'm here when they win. So I'll take it when they lose. So here I am. Here's my video. Here's my opinion. Here's my thoughts on it. I'm not going to go through inning by inning. If you watched it, it was just an absolute mauling. There's not really much good to say, but it's early in the season, I know, and hopefully we can turn this around. We can get on track and get things going. The Mets are back in Milwaukee tonight at 7:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and just maybe they can get their act together. It's early in the season. There's a lot of season left, but this trend cannot continue. We have to turn this thing around. The lineup isn't out just yet for tonight's game at 7:40 p.m. back in Milwaukee. But once it comes out, I'll try to make sure that I can put out a little something to get that information out there. And that way we know what the lineup is, and just to keep you guys informed and to try to keep bringing you guys content. Hope you appreciate it. Until then, let's go Mets.